Hello everyone, this is Dr. Amresh Kumar. Now today I am going to discuss about the topic of cell cycle. Cell cycle. This is the cyclic event of the cell. It's called as cell cycle. It is the cyclic event of the cell. Cyclic event of the cell is called cell cycle. During this cycle, cell performs all their activities, that is, that they increase their cellular content, and thereafter they containing the cellular content, nuclear division will take place. It increases the cellular content. It increases the cellular content for division. We can simply say that during cell cycle, cell undergo for the process of development, that is the growth, and after during the growth they increases the content of cell organelles, cytosol, etc. And after the maintaining the cellular contents, this cell undergo for the process of replication in the case of mitosis. These all activities are genetically controlled. We can say these all activities are controlled by a certain gene. These all activities are controlled by a certain gene. Controlled by a certain gene, that is genetically controlled manner. Genetically controlled. These all activities are genetically controlled. It means the genes is responsible to control the activity of the cell. Such activities are called as genetically controlled process. This cell cycle is a sequential orderly event. It is a sequential or orderly events. Sequential or orderly events. This cell cycle progress in a unified direction, that is a unidirectional in nature. Unidirectional in nature, or this unidirectional process is oriented in a cyclic manner, clockwise manner, or in clockwise orientation. Now this cell cycle is divided into two parts. The cell cycle is divided into two different phases. Cell cycle is divided into two different phases. The first phase is called as interphase. And the second phase is called as amphase or mitotic phase. Amphase or mitotic phase. Amphase or mitotic phase. Interphase, this is the phase between the two dividing phases. It is present between the two dividing phases. It is present between the two dividing phases. This is the most active phase of the cell cycle. It is the most active phase of cell cycle. Here cell didn't undergo for the process of division, but during this process cell prepare itself for replication. cell prepare itself for division. Cell prepare itself for division, but there is no actual division of the cells takes place. No actual division here. But in case of M phase, this is the actual phase of the cell cycle. This is the actual phase of the cell cycle. Actual dividing phase of the cell cycle. Actual dividing of the cell cycle, where a cell, that is, I am taking an example, that is a human cell, eukaryotic cell or human cell, typical human cell, that is 20 number. During interphase, this cell having a different cell organelles or cellular components, including nucleus, and the nucleus having the DNA and RNA and certain histone proteins also present there, and the cellular contents having the cytosol, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi body. All cell organelles are present inside the cell. During interphase, the cell organelles increases in their content, increases in their number. That is, if a mitochondria, just for example, I am taking example of mitochondria. If there is one mitochondria in a cell, for the replication, it is essential that mitochondria should be the 2 in number. That the content are equally distributed into the daughter cells after division. This parental cells undergo for the process of replication. The process is called as mitosis. Process of mitosis, and during this phase, these cells are divided into 2 in number, which are genetically identical in nature. That is, the cell that is 2n in number, this is also will be the 2n, that is a diploid cell, diploid in nature, and all the cellular activity components that having inside the cell are just equally distributed into their daughter cell. This is the parental cell, and this is the daughter cell. We can say these 2 daughter cells are the photocopier, xerox of the parental one. This is exact similar to the daughter cell. Hence, this process is called as mitosis. There is no any reduction in the chromosome or any cellular contents will be taken place. Just these cells are exactly divided into their 2 in number, that is equivalent to their parental one. These daughter cells are exact similar to their parental. Now, interphase is further subdivided into different processes, different phases. Interphase is subdivided into G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. Interphase is divided into G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. But there is also a phase in between the G1 phase. That phase is called as G0 phase. That phase is called as G0 phase. Just I am writing here. G0 phase. This phase is in between the G1 phase. Just I will explain what is the G0 phase and how cell enter into the G0 phase. And the M phase are further subdivided into different phases. That is, first phase is called as prophase. Second phase is called as metaphase. Third phase is called as anaphase. And the last phase is called as telophase. During this process, the cells which are prepare itself during the interphase, that cell enter into the M phase for the division. And in different phases, cells enter into the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. After completing these all phases, cells divided into 2 in number. Now just I am drawing a phase. Now I am drawing a cyclic structure of the cell cycle. Just see, this is a cell. I am just discussing about a eukaryotic cell, and among them this is a eukaryotic cell, and in human. And a human, one cell is completed around in 24 hours. Completed their application, completed their division in 24 hours. Just I am taking the example of human cell. This is a cell, and this cell is having the different process, different phases. This cell is further divided into, just I already explained there, that is two different phases. One phase is called as interphase. Interphase. And the second phase is called as M phase. From here to here, this phase is called as M phase. This M phase is further divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And the interphase is further divided into G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. Already I discussed, there is a phase in between the G1 phase, that is called as G0 phase. Just I am writing as like here, that is the G0 phase. G0 phase. G0 phase. Hence, we can say this is a cell cycle, and the cell cycle is divided into the interphase and M phase. The interphase is divided into the G1, S, and G2 phase, whereas M phase is divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And there is a phase in between the G1 phase, that is a G0 phase. Now, first of all, I am going to discuss about the G0. G0 or Z0 phase. G0 phase is also called as quiescent phase. Quiescent phase of the cell cycle. Quiescent phase of the cell cycle. Quiescent phase, or it is also called as the dormant phase of the cell cycle. Dormant phase. During this phase, cells are metabolically active but non-dividing. Cells are metabolically active. Cells are metabolically active but non-dividing. It means cells are active, cells are surviving, but they are in resting stage. They didn't plan for the division. He is not planning for the division, that he will go for the division or not. Metabolically active means the transcription and translation takes place simultaneously for their survivability, because transcription and translation is responsible for the production of the proteins and enzymes. That proteins and enzymes is responsible for the cell to maintain their original condition, that their cell will survive. When a mitotic cell, after the completion of mitotic phase, the daughter cells will just enter into the G0 phase for an instant. The cells planned for the division, that cell will stimulate it by a certain stimulus or enzymes. After getting the stimulus, that cell will enter into the G1 phase. And when cell will enter into the G1 phase, the process of the cell's growth remains start. In this G1 phase, there are different processes occurs. Further the completing of G1 phase, the cell will enter into the S phase, or after S phase, the cell will again enter into the G2 phase, and thereafter it is into M phase. Already I discussed earlier that the cells propagated here goes in a cyclic manner and in clockwise orientation. Hence, after the G1 phase, there is S phase and G2 phase. Now I am going to discuss about the G1 phase. G1 phase. G1 phase here stands for gap 1 phase. Gap 1 phase, or it is also called as post-mitotic phase, because the phase comes after M phase. Hence it is called as post-mitotic phase. Post-mitotic phase. Post-mitotic phase. Just it comes after the M phase. Hence it is called as post-mitotic phase. It is also just come before the S phase, that is called as synthetic phase. Hence it is called as pre-synthetic phase. Pre-synthetic phase. This is the most variable phase of the cell cycle. Most variable phase of the cell cycle. Most variable phase. And it time required for G1 phase is around 11 to 12 hours. During G1 phase, there is synthesis of RNA, proteins and enzymes. Synthesis of RNA, enzymes and proteins respectively. There is also increase in the cellular content. Increase in the cellular content during the G1 phase. Increases or double. Increases the cellular content. Increase the cellular content. That is, increase in the number of cell organelles. That is, example, mitochondria, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. Now I am going to discuss about the G2 phase, S phase. S phase stands for synthetic phase. Synthetic phase. But before the starting of S phase, I would like to discuss about some points. S phase is called as synthetic phase where DNA replication taken place. But just remember here, when a cell enter into the G1 phase, and during this phase there is a synthesis of RNA, proteins and enzymes taken place. The proteins or enzymes which are responsible for the synthesis of DNA, it is synthesized in the G1 phase. These all the enzymes or proteins which are responsible for DNA replication are synthesized in G1 phase. Hence, after the G1 phase, S phase becomes a start. One more thing I would like to start before the S phase, that once cell plan for the division in G1 phase, cell will continue the process of G1 phase, and suddenly there is a problem or there will error occurs in the dividing cell. Thereafter that cell will plan, no, I am not going to divide. At that condition, cell will revert back into the G0 phase from G1 phase. This is the point, this is the region, this is called a checkpoint. This is the checkpoint. At that point, cell becomes halted to check their abnormality. If once cell find that there is some abnormality present in the dividing cell or growing cell, that cell will revert back into the G0 phase. If cell have no problem and cell planning for the division, it must have to cross this checkpoint. If once this cells cross this checkpoint, thereafter that cell will enter into the S phase or G2 phase for further division. Now I am going to say that after the G1 phase, S phase comes. Now I am going to discuss about S phase. This is called as synthetic phase or post G1 phase. Post G1 phase, or we can also say that it is a post gap 1 phase. In this condition, there is a replication of DNA or histone protein takes place. Replication of DNA and histone protein. This replication of DNA histone proteins occurs. There is also duplication of centriole duplication. Centriole duplication occurs. And the time required for the S phase, that is around 6 to 8 hours. 6 to 8 hours it will take in the S phase. Hence, this is the most important phase where the cells increases their DNA content, but cells are still 2n in number. Diploid cells are still this is diploid in nature, but increases their cellular content. Hence, we can say our growing cells in the S phase increases the doubling the number of DNA content. At that condition, the cells becomes 2n and 2n and 4c at the end of. But during the G1 phase, cells still remain in the 2n and 2c condition. 2n and 2c in the G1 phase, because there is no replication of DNA takes place, and the cells are already 2n in number, because I am taking human cells, and this is the diploid in nature. Chromosomal number remain constant because there is no replication of chromosome takes place, but the DNA content already remain constant during the G1 phase. But in case of S phase, there is a replication of the DNA takes place, and the replication occurs in a manner that a parental DNA becomes replicated into two different daughter cells. In this condition, the chromosomal contents remain constant, but the DNA content becomes double. Hence, it is called as the 4C. But in early S phase, it is remain 2n and 2c. But in late S phase, it becomes 2n and 4c. Cell becomes 2n and 4c because chromosomal content of the cell becomes double. Now I am going to discuss about the G2 phase of the cell cycle. G2 phase. This phase is also called as second gap phase. Second gap phase of the cell cycle. Second gap phase of the cell cycle. Or this is also called as post-synthetic phase. Post-synthetic phase of the cell cycle. Post-synthetic phase. In this condition, there is no replication of DNA takes place, but still there is increase in the growth of the cell or cellular content. No replication of DNA, but increase in the cellular content. Cellular content, that is increasing the number of mitochondria, increases number of cell organs. Apart from them, there is a most important function also is there, that is a synthesis of tubulin protein. Synthesis of tubulin protein. That tubulin protein is responsible for production of, responsible for formation of a spindle fiber. That spindle fiber plays an important role into the metaphase or anaphase, important role in anaphase for during the division, a spindle formation, a spindle fiber formation. There is also synthesis of RNA takes place. Synthesis of RNA occurs. One more thing I'd like to say, there is also requirement of energy in the AM phase. G2 phase is a phase where energy are stored. That stored energy is utilized in the AM phase. Energy stored in this phase. That stored energy is utilized during mitotic phase or M phase of the cell cycle. In this condition, the chromosomal or cellular contents remains 2N and 4C. Cell still remain 2N and 4C because there is no replication of the DNA takes place, and chromosomal contents are remain constant because there is no nuclear division takes place. So in G2 phase, this is 2N and 4C. I would like to say one more thing. This is a very important thing. G2 phase is the most critical phase of the cell cycle, because in G2 phase there is a correction, there is a recognition or a scanning of the cells takes place. For a scanning of the cells takes place, during the scanning, that certain proteins or enzymes are there that is responsible to scan the nucleotide base pairs of the DNA. If there is any error will occur during the replication of the DNA, that DNA, the DNA having the error or mispairing of the nucleotide base pair, that should be corrected. Or if that will not corrected, that cell will be gone for the programmed cell death. That is called as apoptosis. Or if the nucleotide which are wrongly attached during the replication, it will be scanned or it will be removed by certain enzymes, and also a correct base pairs will be added during this condition. Which it is well known that during the replication there is a requirement of DNA polymerase enzyme. That DNA polymerase enzyme, that is the DNA polymerase first and third, it is an important or critical enzymes responsible for the replication. These all enzymes are synthesized in the G1 phase of the cell cycle, and then after the replication into G2 phase, these enzymes also responsible for a scanning of the DNA, and that the enzymes scan the DNA, recognize the wrong base pair, excluded the wrong base pair, and added the correct base pair at the particular site of the DNA. That corrected form of the cells progresses into the M phase for further division, or if there will be no correction, or the cell or scanning, the process of scanning becomes fast. Sometimes it happens that the enzymes are correctly not scan that process. At that condition, there will be error in the cell. There will be error present in the cell. At that condition, cell is not allowed to go for the process of replication. At that condition, that cell is allowed to go for the programmed cell death, that is called as apoptosis. That means that is a neat and clear death of the cell. That is, there will be no damage present in the cell, that process is called as apoptosis. Hence, this is the most critical phase of the cell cycle. In a human embryonic cell, after the zygote formation, this is the cell, human embryonic cell. After the zygote formation, the first division, just I am saying that this is the first division after the zygotic formation. It is of 90 minutes. It is around of 90 minutes. And one cell is replicated into 2 in number, and it is of around 90 minutes. One more thing I'd like to say. After the first division, that is a successive division will take place, and that cell after the replication it forms their replica and increases in their number, that is 4 in number, and this successive division remains for 30 minutes. One more thing I would like to say, during the zygotic or embryonic development, there is only S and M phase are present. Only S and M phases are present. In early embryonic cell, and it means there is no G1 and G2 phases are present. There is no G1 and G2 phases are present. That embryonic cells are directly enter into the S phase, and after the S phase it will enter into the M phase for the division. That's why it is the rapid process. During the gastrulation, the zygotic cells, the embryonic cells becomes converted into morula to blastula or blastula into the gastrulation. There is no G1 and G2 phase present, only S and M phase are present. Okay. This is all about the interphase, and in next video I will discuss about the M phase of the cell cycle. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much.